I'm Ben Gomes, and I lead Google's learning and education initiatives globally. I joined Google 21 years ago, and I've spent most of my career working on search, which is where Google's mission all began. But last year, I took on a new role, and some people asked me, why education? Is there a connection to search, and why now? The answer for me is both personal as well as professional. On a personal level, my own education gave me access to opportunities, and it played a central role in shaping my interest and even the person I am today. There were teachers who inspired my early curiosity, to a chemistry teacher in high school who inspired a love of science, and not just me, but a generation of students in my school. On a professional level, and from the perspective of search, one of the main reasons we see people come to Google is with the intent to learn. Whether it's for information in the moment or really anything they're curious about. Beyond search, people might also come to YouTube to watch a video, to learn to meditate, say, or to earn their IT certificate with Grow with Google. Learning now starts with information, which is the core of what Google deals with, but then requires us to internalize and apply that information. And when we learn something new in this way, we absorb information to actually change in some way who we are and what we are capable of. Now, in this process, nothing can replace the power of a good teacher, but technology allows us to provide more tools, more resources to help teaching and hopefully to enable more learning. No matter our backgrounds, everyone can and should have access to great learning experiences. And the goal is to help people transform themselves to realize their own full potential. Timing-wise, I stepped into this role at a really critical time when the learning landscape was undergoing its largest disruption ever. COVID continues to blur the lines between home and classroom, and it takes everyone, teachers, parents, extended families, working together to just get through the school day. This daily challenge is also compounded by unequal access to devices and connectivity, and also the digital skills needed to use all these tools. We focused our work across Google where we thought we could add the most value, whether that was learning for school, learning for work, or learning for life. From the perspective of learning for schools, we listened to feedback from thousands of educators around the world to create and improve upon our existing solutions for learning in schools, like G Suite for Education, Classroom, Chromebooks, and Google Cloud. From the perspective of learning for work, as millions of people around the world look to grow or pivot their skills and careers, and even their businesses, we expanded our training and certifications to Grow with Google to help support them. And from the perspective of lifelong learning, we hope that products like Search and YouTube continue to help and inspire people to learn more and to follow their curiosity wherever it may lead. Other products like Google Arts and Culture put the treasures, the stories from thousands of cultural institutes around the world within the reach of anyone, anywhere with a smartphone. The world is becoming much more digital, so we've also continued to develop programs to expose young people to computer science and to help them become good digital citizens. Now, learning takes place in a large ecosystem, and Google has long believed in the power of nonprofits to have great impact. Google.org has donated more than $250 million towards education since 2005. And they recently announced a new $10 million distance learning fund to support teachers and students, particularly those from underserved communities. Google Cloud set aside $20 million for university researchers working on COVID-19, and they also hosted public data sets to ensure that the world had the latest statistics from which to learn. As you can see, this has really been and will continue to be a company-wide effort, because learning and education is not a new direction for us. It has always been a big aspect of what we do at Google, with our mission of organizing the world's information, making it universally accessible and useful. With these investments, we are trying to bring the best information in the world to the learning or education task at hand. Now, this has never been more important than it is today. Like information did in the 90s, learning is undergoing a massive transformation today. To make more learning possible, we want to use advances in technology to help meet your evolving needs. That's not an easy task, and it won't be solved quickly. But to take an analogy from search, some queries can become long-term quests. But the end result can be really amazing. What if everyone in the world was able to feel like they were on the frontier of knowledge based on their interests, their capabilities? What if it were possible to bring the best of technology to help everyone in the world learn anything in the world. We're excited to continue partnering with you on this journey to bring quality learning experiences to people around the world to help everyone reach their full potential.